right, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, not sure when you're watching this. This is Lorenza Pashard, principal of Bishop Knoll, and I just want to give you a little perspective because I'm getting a lot of questions about what the classroom will look like. So I wanted to give an opportunity for you to physically see it as a parent. So we're just going to go ahead and walk in. I have a video cameraman who is safely 6 feet away from me, but he's going to go ahead first and show you what the classroom is set up like. You can see that every seat has 6 feet, 6 feet, and 6 feet all the way around. Not to mention we'll also have the added protection of masks. So you'll see that in a classroom we don't have very many students, right? So that was kind of the vision. But if you come around, I'm teacher of this classroom, and I'm also teaching in this classroom. So a lot of parents are a little worried about supervision. So I want to kind of show you what everything's going to look like in action. So in this classroom, we have the joining doors, so I can easily move back and forth as necessary. And in addition, I'm going to show you using the technology that we have all set up through Bishop Knoll of how this will work. So I want to put you at ease that supervision is going to be provided, but also just from a safety perspective, how small your student's cohort will be. Cohorts, I have at least kids with the same 3 periods at least, but freshmen have, I think, up to 6 classes together, maybe even 5. But there's a variety of cohorts that they will be in the same room with the same group of students to provide more safety and less exposure. So with that being said, I'm going to put on my teacher hat, not normally my strength, that's been long gone, but we're going to go for it. So I'm currently a teacher in this room. So a lot of people are like, well, where are you going to be located? Well, as a teacher, I'm going to be very located close to the door because obviously I'm monitoring 2 rooms, right? So I can see all my children here, I can see my kids here, and if you can see on the TV screen, I can see the rest of my students right there, and look how quickly I can make sure that they're addressed, right? So in, out, right? It's one of those things like Indiana, Illinois, I'm in both classes at once. So there's never a need to be concerned that your child is not supervised because you see it on the screen. I have full access and visibility as a teacher, and I have them in the room, right? So the other questions that I'm getting is what will virtual look like? What will virtual feel like? It's just this simple. So my class begins at 8:15. Your child, if they decide to opt and work from home, are to log into my Zoom classroom or my, whatever we use, classroom. So once we set that up, your child clicks in and they'll log in and they will have an image that you see currently on the screen. So they'll have that image of the teacher. All right, and as the teacher deems necessary, they will have image, for example, if I'm taking notes, they'll have direct visibility of the whiteboard and the notes that I'm taking. And they also, I can share a variety of different things. So let me just go ahead and show you. So say I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation, your child will have direct access to seeing this, and as necessary, you can see, they can see me as well. So if I'm, as a teacher, wanting to kind of stay on a mode, this is kind of the way I'm operating. So right here with my computer, I have covered everything. So I've given my instruction. The instructional piece is done for my virtual viewers, but my student on the other side has a question. So the student will be on my screen just like this. If you see I have a faux student in the hallway, and that faux student can just go ahead and raise their hand as they deem necessary. So we have the ability to interact without necessarily being in the classroom, all right? So I know that some of you might be worried about how this is all going to look and take place, but this is exactly how it's going to look and take place. So I'm a teacher. I have the ability as necessary. Obviously, we're worried about our teachers' wellness as well. So I have the ability to limit my contact as a teacher, being 6 feet away in both rooms. These doors will be removed for the beginning of the school year, just to let you know. But I have access to everybody. So if you walk right here, I have another group of students. awaiting and ready for the arrival of the teacher if necessary. So, as an instructor, something that I think you need to know that's relevant is I give an instructional piece between, for a high school student, about 15 to 20 minutes. The rest of it is more check-in. So this allows a teacher to say who needs help, who needs support as necessary, or this is guided practice, this is your time to work and ask questions. So the teacher can very easily be right here and support both groups of students. And from the beginning, our goal, right, make sure our students and staff are safe and healthy, check. Secondly, provide a quality education. We have spared no expense. The same experience that your child will receive in the building, they will receive outside the building as well. And third, the final goal is that sense of normalcy, right? They're breaking in community here. Another piece of the community that I want to highlight is, you know, we are trying to create a sense of normalcy in a crazy time. The nice thing about having a cohort is we are going to focus on that classroom environment as teachers this year and making sure that our students understand that this is your team, right? This cohort is your team. This is your group. This is the group that you're exposed to most of the day, and how important it is for us as a community to be responsible not just for ourselves but for each other this year. So with that being said, I wanted to give you an understanding of what this looked like and provide you some certainty and security and understanding about what this year will look like, whether you're a parent, a teacher, or a student. I hope this makes sense. I hope you understand the quality of what we're doing. And a huge thank you to all my technology people that actually made this possible. To Ms. Renwald, to Mr. Simkowski, they kind of were the masterminds. We also have a COVID academic force team that also made this possible. So thank you for all their energies as I just showed to you how we're going to be able to keep your child safe, first and foremost. Secondly, provide that quality Bishop Noll education that you trust and that you've invested in. And third, making sure that your children have a sense of normalcy and community within this space. Thank you, and be well.